Cherokee folklore has such a rich and amazing history of beautiful tales that are widely considered just that, tales and nothing more, words of caution or warning against certain behaviors. But there's one tale in particular that stands above the rest, seems different, and it might describe an entire civilization of lost people. People lost to history. Hey guys, welcome back to Supernatural Saturday. I'm Coco, and every Saturday I sit down and talk about one paranormal haunted location or just unexplained event, and today we are talking about the moon-eyed people of Appalachia. Appalachia, I lived there, it's not Appalachia. They will get mad if you say Appalachia. Now everyone knows the bigger stories in Cherokee folklore, like the Wendigo or the Skinwalker or these big fantastical creatures and monsters, and the tales are widely considered just cautionary warnings of certain behaviors or certain taboos. Like the Wendigo is more of a warning against greed and selfishness, and obviously, you know, don't eat human. But this tale is so different. They describe these people so matter-of-factly, as if they were actually living in the same area at the same time, just like any other Indian tribe. But these moon-eyed people sound so fantastical, it's so hard to believe that they could have been real. And there is actual proof that they could have been real. There are rock formations and walls, there are carvings and drawings in soapstone that describe these people. There may actually be hard proof that these were an actual living people. When Europeans first came to the Americas, to the New World, they discovered these rock formations and rock mounds and rock walls, carvings and drawings, and when they asked the natives who had made these, their answer was always the same: the moon-eyed people. Now you might be wondering where the moon-eyed people got their name, and this is where kind of the fantastical element comes in. It sounds so bizarre. These people are described to be extremely small, almost dwarf-like. They had pure white skin, just paper white. Their eyes were much larger than normal human eyes and a striking blue. Their hair was bright white, and the men sported large white beards. They also were said to have dwelled underground and in caves during the day and only came out at night because the sunlight was too incredibly bright for their sensitive blue eyes to handle. The Cherokee even widely consider these moon-eyed people to have been there before they even came to the land. The moon-eyed people are supposedly significantly older than their own tribes. But the legend always ends in roughly the same way, but it kind of varies from tribe to tribe. Some stories state that the Cree waited until the bright light from a full moon was even too bright for their sensitive eyes, used that weakness against them, and pushed them from their native south up northwards. The other stories from the Cherokee state that they actually waged all-out war with these people and pushed them further west into the Tennessee region, if not fully exterminating the population. Now, like I said earlier, there are many just odd formations of rock and carvings that native Cherokees and tribes in the areas do not claim and say that they are from the moon-eyed people. The most famous of these formations is widely considered to be the 850-foot long rock wall that is dated between 400 to 500 BC, and it's located in Fort Mountain State Park just over the North Carolina border into Georgia. But this is by far not the only one, it's just the most well-known. There are countless structures, walls, mounds, forts, just dotted along the Appalachian landscape. There are also many carvings and figurines that the Cherokee also do not claim, and claim that they are from the moon-eyed people. The most famous of this is a soapstone carving that shows what look to be 3-foot tall conjoined twins out of soapstone. They were created by pecking at the soapstone with a much harder rock until they got the figurine that they wanted. This is now on display at the Cherokee County History Museum, and you can go check it out. They have other figurines and just artifacts from that time and a whole section dedicated to the Moon-Eyed people. Now there are, of course, countless theories of who these people could have been and even if they existed in the first place or if it's just another tale from the Native Americans. One of the most popular theories is that these moon-eyed people were simply Europeans who had come to the New World before history even states that they did. In a 16th century manuscript, a Welsh antiquarian by the name of Humphrey Lude wrote about Welsh settlers, I can do this, I can get this out, coming to the New World in the 12th century, long before Christopher Columbus is stated to have come. The man leading the mission was named Prince Maddock, and he brought all of his followers to the New World, and they landed in what is now Mobile Bay, Alabama. They landed in around 1170. Maddock supposedly led his followers up the Alabama River into the Tennessee Valley area, where they were never heard from again. But in the following century, early explorers kept stating that they found a unique tribe of Indians who were speaking a variation of the Welsh language. This tribe was known as the Mandan, and it is speculated that they are the descendants of Prince Maddock and his followers. Another possibility that has been speculated is that this is actually a tribe of the Guna from Panama, and they just made their way up north far enough to where they were in this area. Now, this tribe is unique because it has an insanely high rate of albinism in their people, which would explain the white skin, white hair. The Guna people had such a high rate of albinism that they were even called white Indians. And supposedly, they saw better at night. Yet another theory is that they were never actually fully wiped out in the first place, but slowly integrated with other tribes until they were lost to the history books, which is a possibility no matter where they came from. I would assume that this is most likely what happened to them in the end. Now, obviously, there are other theories that are a little more far out, including could they have been aliens? Now, I'll leave that one up to you to decide. Did the Moon-Eyed people ever actually exist? Or were they just the stuff of legends? Let me know what you think below. I hope you enjoyed this Supernatural Saturday, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.